Smith and Nelson in the morning on 94.9 KYSS FM. What'd they say? What'd they tweet? What'd they do? It's what's making news in the world of country music. This is the Music City 60 on 94.9 KYSS FM.
Yes, it is. Kip Moore just tweeted out an album update. So people are excited about that. He said, quote, just finished record number 5. 13 songs. None of you guys have heard. We ain't messing around with this one. Cheers to the loyal fans. Thank you.
We're not messing around. All my previous 4, we were messing around.
We were messing around. This one, we've stopped. We are not messing around anymore. No word on a title or release date yet, but I guess we might be hearing about that soon.
Got a lot of Kip Moore fans around here.
Oh, yeah.
Last couple of years. Playing at Kettle House, playing the Wilma.
Absolutely.
It's kind of cool. NBC says Blake Shelton and Carson Daly, of course, the two of them work together on The Voice, says the two of them creating a new game show for the USA Network called Barmageddon. Nikki Bella from WWE fame gonna host the show, and it's going to happen at Blake's Nashville bar.
Really?
Celebrities are going to play games against each other while they're just chilling at the bar there at Blake's place. That
sounds fun.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Blake just rounding up some buddies, come to the bar, we'll film it.
We'll make a TV show, we'll all get paid, it'll be great.
It'll be good to see the outtakes on that one.
Yeah. Tim McGraw posted on Instagram his workout routine. Apparently he's on the road, he's making his openers work out with him, including Russell Dickerson and Brandon Davis, trying to keep up with his legendary 90-minute CrossFit sessions. They work out with sledgehammers, tractor tires, heavy sleds, weighted ropes, doing crunches and triceps.
He's a workout freak.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I watched a little bit of the video yesterday, and that one part is like, those big old tires, and like the two of them were like pushing the tire back and forth to each other, and Tim's like, no one wins until someone falls over, and they're pushing the tire. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, pretty wild.
This is a fun story. Jake Owen tells CMT that Dolly Parton wrote him a long note explaining why she couldn't collaborate with him. Jake says, I had this song I thought Dolly would be perfect on. We reached out to her, and in response, she sent me this long, handwritten note explaining why she couldn't be on the song. She wrote the song was great, said my last name reminded her of someone she knows.
Okay.
But then she said she felt overexposed at the time and couldn't do the song, but hoped to work with me another time. Says it was the greatest rejection letter of all time.
I bet.
just from someone you admire so much. Nope, can't do it. All right, I'm happy with that. No problem. Just thought we'd ask.
There you go.
And now you're in the know with Nashville. Smith and Nelson's Music City 60, 94.9 KYSS FM.
Nelson in the morning with 94.9 KYSS FM. Still to come for the morning, your first Luke Combs code word. Right there, Luke Combs Music. You can fly away, see him in concert in Atlanta.
Yeah, ticket, hotel, airfare, and $500 in spending cash all included.
Get your first code word of the day coming up at 8:20 this morning. All right, this look at the calendar. This is a busy weekend here.
That is.
Stuff happening around town. Tomorrow, we just mentioned a few minutes ago, talking about the farmers market's back in action.
Yes, it is, followed by the Garden City Brew Fest, which will be happening at KYSS Park.
Tonight, to kind of get the weekend kicked off, the Food Truck Festival.
Nice.
This is a new event over at Ogren Park, and it's done with Cancer Support Montana.
Yeah, we were talking to them yesterday, actually, too, and they were kind of telling us all about it. Sounded like a great time.
Yeah, and the only bummer is the weather has decided to go a little south from what it was earlier in the week.
Yeah, it was so nice. Literally like 2 days ago. 2 days ago, it was beautiful. It was like 75 degrees outside, and now it's all dreary and rainy, which kind of stinks.
We do have a, looks like pretty good chance of rain kind of through the later part of the day and into the evening. But the Food Truck Festival set to go on over at Ogren Park. It's supposed to be, good time for taking the family out, starting the weekend. Different food trucks set up with main course, and then there's a couple different dessert options. There's beverages. There's like games and events for the kids. Yeah. Bouncy house.
They got a bounce house. I mean, what more do you need?
And I didn't really know how it was all set up until we were talking to them yesterday, and they were saying it was going to actually happen like on the field,
right?
Kind of in the outfield area. Going to have kind of the food trucks going to be like parked like kind of on the track of the stadium there.
Then I was going to have them drive all over the grass. That's not
not so much. Yeah, that's just what we do with the rain again here.
Yes,
another Ogren Park.
Another situation where we destroy Ogren Park.
Another Ogren Park rainy day mix. So all lined up to be a very cool event, and just kind of fingers crossed with the weather that stays at least just a little sprinkle or whatever.
Right.
Okay, we can deal with that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Get out there and have a little fun. But yeah, it's should be a fun event still. I mean, rain or no rain. You can go check it out from 4 until 8 tonight. And grab a little dinner. Kids can have a little entertainment.
Yeah.
Have some fun.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
All right, we've got all the details. You want to check out the Food Truck Festival, kind of gets the weekend of events going. Our KISS FM website or your KISS FM mobile app, Food Truck Festival, details with the farmers markets for the weekend.
Yeah, Garden City Brew Fest. I mean, everything you can check out. Anything going on right here in town, it's pretty much all there on KissFM.com.
All right, all starts tonight. The Food Truck Festival from 4 until 8 over at Ogren Park.
94.9 KISS FM. Smith and Nelson's Odds and Ends on 94.9 KISS FM.
Yes, it is some odds and ends for your morning, and the people have been clamoring for it. You can now buy makeup that's inspired by Cup Noodles Instant Ramen.
Finally.
It is happening. Products range in price from $22 through $58. The names of the pigment shade include ramen noodle, diced carrots, hot and spicy, teriyaki, roasted corn, seasoning, soy sauce, and spicy chilies. There's a lot of variety there.
It's just one of those, stay in your lane. Do what you do. Make noodles in a cup.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. This was kind of a crazy story. Saw this yesterday. This is a Virgin Atlantic flight going from London to New York had to turn around mid-flight yesterday after the co-pilot revealed that he wasn't qualified to fly the plane.
What?
So the co-pilot told the pilot he'd never taken the final test to fly that type of specific jet.
How did he get so far that he was on the the plane?
Which made the pilot go, oh, well, yikes, you know. So they landed, found a different co-pilot to finish the flight. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. One, how did they book him on the flight? Two, maybe something you could have mentioned before we took off. Or when you see your name attached to that flight, you're like scanning the details. Oh, I shouldn't be doing that.
He's just like in a cold sweat the entire time. That's crazy. I think we talked about this a little while back, that they were trying to do a remake of Quantum Leap, or like a revival, so it'd still be within the continuity of the show, but it'd be a new story. Well, it looks like that show has been picked up to series. NBC is making the Quantum Leap reboot. It's happening.
Another reboot.
Yeah, absolutely.
More and more shows.
The big question is, will Scott Bakula pop up on the show?
Right.
See what happens.
All right. This is one of those, you give someone an inch, they take a mile, right? Colorado jail deputy has been fired for allowing 2 inmates to order food from Uber Eats. The deputy said he's just trying to be humane. He let the inmates order some outside food, trying to be a good dude.
Yeah.
And then friends of the inmate smuggled contraband into the Uber Eats order. Deputy said he had no idea about that. But yeah, he's like, guys, I'm just trying to be nice here. Just trying to help you out. Look what you do to me.
Just trying to be the cool deputy in the jail. And yeah.
Fired for letting him order Uber Eats.
Man. TikTok is going viral, where a supermarket shopper is asking for the proper etiquette when it comes to the little dividers for the conveyor belt at checkout. The debate rages. Whose job is it to place the divider? Do you put it at the end of your groceries, or does the person behind you put it when they start putting their groceries on? And so the comment section is pretty much 50-50. It's split. Nobody can agree on this.
Yeah, I mean, I go to the grocery store. Sometimes they put it up there. Sometimes I grab it.
Yep.
Never once have I stopped in that moment and went, I wish they would have let me do that. That's rude they did it themselves. That's my job.
Right.
Never thought twice.
I'm the divider.
Never thought twice about who should do that.
No, neither have I. But the internet is
a fun place.
Yes, of course.
The internet is a fun place. All right, a couple things happened this day. 1915, Babe Ruth hit his first home run. This date, 1965. I love this story. Keith Richards fell asleep while he was improvising on his new guitar, the story goes. Next morning, he woke up, couldn't remember what he was playing.
Yeah.
Before he passed out. But they went back and saw what they'd recorded on the tape recorder, and it was all the riffs to I Can't Get No Satisfaction. An iconic song.
I love that.
Woke up after passing out and was like, I have no idea what I was playing.
Just messing around on the brink of unconsciousness.
And there it was. On this date in 2002, Spider-Man became the first movie to make more than $100 million in its opening weekend.
Nice.
And then this date in 2004, 51.1 million people tuned in to watch the final episode of Friends.
Wow.
That number is unheard of.
Yes.
And incredible right now.
One of the highest rated TV episodes of all time. I think it's number 3 or something like that. Yeah,
for sure. 51 million people. That's crazy.
Yeah.
There you go. Odds and ends for your Friday. It's KISS.
This part of Smith and Nelson in the Morning brought to you by Hunter Bay Coffee, Montana's premium gourmet coffee roaster.
We brush our teeth.
Montana's country leader, 94.9 KISS FM. Smith and Nelson on your Friday. Don't forget Mother's Day this weekend.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, man. Hope that card got in the mail. If not, phone call. Don't forget about dear old mom. All right, let's do some good news for your Friday here.
All right, let's do it. A former nurse in Florida who worked in the front lines in World War II just went skydiving for her 100th birthday.
Nice.
That's incredible. Said she's done a lot of things in her life, but never done that, so she went for it. Also said, wouldn't do it again. Seems like a one and done.
1 star. Wouldn't do again. No thanks.
But still, she can say she did it now.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty impressive. This is also a weird story. A woman who lost her weird taxidermy rat just got it back almost a year after she left it behind at the Salt Lake City airport. Her husband found out the lost and found had it after a local news station did a story. She'd accidentally left it flying home from taxidermy class in New York. The workers say it's one of the weirder things anyone's ever left, and they're kind of a little sad to see it go because they've been buying it tiny hats to wear, including a top hat and a cowboy hat. All that kind of stuff.
Became the TSA mascot.
Yes. I've spent some time in the Salt Lake City airport for various, layovers and stuff, and I was thinking to myself, like, man, I was there last few months ago for Christmas. I was there the same time as this taxidermy rat.
Someone didn't have very much patience while you're trying to do something.
Yes,
That's why they wanted to be done with you and get back to the rat.
Exactly. A ping pong nut in the UK just broke a world record for most consecutive opponents in a single rally. He stood at one end of the table while people lined up at the other end. They would hit one shot before the next person took over, and they managed to return 117 shots in a row without messing up.
Wow.
The old record was 112, so beat it by 5.
That's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
he would just sit there, return, and they'd keep switching out?
Yep, pretty much.
Nice.
That's pretty awesome. And then here's a good news nugget for Mother's Day. A guy named Doug Weaver going viral after talking about his mom's husband's in training course that he and his older brothers had to take as kids. It spanned several years and covered everything from relationship fights to etiquette, and it was so good, his dad eventually decided to take it too.
That's pretty funny.
So there you go. I think a lot of people, a lot of women out there are trying to think, like, oh man, how can I enroll my husband in this course?
That's good. All right, there you go. Good news stories for your Friday with 94.9 KISS FM.
When it's country in Darby, it's Montana's country leader, 94.9 KISS FM.
Flanagan Motor.
You know, newsworthy nugget of the day with Smith and Nelson on 94.9 KISS FM.
Brought to you by Farside Sign, Missoula's leading full-service sign and custom vehicle graphic shop. Farside Sign in the 2200 block of South Avenue West.
The spot in the show where we all can hopefully learn a little something together. It's nugget time.
Exactly, and here is an excuse for not eating your vegetables, or specifically one vegetable. Lima beans can be deadly.
Oh, yeah, and too much... in too big of a quantity?
Yeah, well, really what it is, that the raw lima beans actually have lethal amounts of cyanide in them. Like, just whatever chemical that is in cyanide and stuff, it's there in raw lima beans. Thing is, if you cook them thoroughly, you'll be fine. Just like the raw version of it, you can't eat. But that makes me think, like, if I was to cook lima beans, I would constantly be worrying about if I was not cooking them enough.
But how many would be the danger level like that?
That's a good question.
Would you have to eat, 50,000 lima beans?
That is a good question. I don't know the exact number on that one.
Important part is there is an amount in there.
Yes, apparently the cyanide content actually can be very high per bean. So yeah, just keep it in mind. Don't be scarfing down raw lima beans, and you should be okay.
That should be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a quality public service announcement on our part.
Yes, don't be scarfing down raw lima beans.
Raw lima beans can kill you. How much? Well, we don't really know that part. we didn't look entirely at all the details, but just be safe. Don't do it.
General idea.
Don't do it.
Avoid lima beans.
Exactly.
Need to or not. Now you know.